Hello YouTube. Today I've decided to start a new republic. A lot of you are probably wondering, what is this idiot doing? Why is he starting a new republic? There's already like a million countries in the world, and on top of that, everything has been claimed. It's literally impossible to start a new republic. Like, if Arizona decided to declare independence, DC would instantly bomb Arizona into oblivion. So, how and why am I doing this? Well, first of all, look at this. Small business owners have to pay $83,000 in regulations. This is ridiculous because they already have to pay so much money just to get a store, maybe rent a place out, figure out how to buy whatever they need to make and sell their product. And then on top of this, the government comes in and says, here's like a 500-page incomplete list of regulations you have to follow. And if they miss any one of them, then this number probably skyrockets because then they're like, oh, well, we're going to have to attach a million fines to that. So, I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And this is why Trump got elected, first of all, because people are tired of this. But even on top of that, with Congress being controlled by Democrats, it's probably never going to go away. And many people are probably thinking, well, if you don't like the US, why don't you just go to another country? Well, it's because the US is one of the better places. I mean, Australia, at least according to heritage.org, may be a little bit better, but still, they don't have gun rights. And in my republic, sorry, that was a stupid freezer, I think that guns are an absolute right. Another good place is Hong Kong. They also don't have guns. That's a minus. And on top of that, they're getting taken over by China. Yeah, so that's a negative. No one wants to end up in a Chinese concentration camp. That would not be good at all. And then on top of all of this, all the debt all of these countries are in, and that all the debt that's intertwined together, it's going to fall apart eventually. And one thing that's probably going to make this fall apart is the coronavirus. I mean, right now, the cases are going up exponentially. In fact, if I go over to case statistics and show you the total cases outside of China, which is good because China's obviously lying to everyone. I mean, there was one point where you could actually mathematically predict the number of cases that China was going to put out on a single day. And viruses don't follow perfect mathematical formulas. You can create models, but they don't follow perfect formulas. If you look at this, you can see that it's going up exponentially. And I've heard that if it continues to go up exponentially like this, and if it has like a 10% hospitalization rate, then that means that the US will run out of hospital beds by the end of May. It's not good. So add that on top of all the debt, on top of things like this, and you're going to get a collapse, unfortunately. And I think the best way to come out of this collapse is to start a new country where you don't have crazy regulations, where all you have to do to start a business is just say, I have some apples. If you want to buy them from me, then there you go. That's it. You don't need a government license. You don't need to go through a million regulations. And if you're worried about customers getting ripped off, then I mean, if there's someone who is ripping off customers, maybe at first it'll work, but pretty quickly people will figure it out, and he'll go out of business because no one will buy from him. And because of the coronavirus, you can see stocks are crashing. It's not good. It's not good at all. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, where are we going to go to start this new country? Because, I mean, if anyone tried to declare independence in the United States, they'd instantly get crushed. The same goes for pretty much any Western nation. I mean, the only places where these movements seem to be successful are in Africa, and honestly, no one wants to be in Africa. We don't want to get Ebola. We don't want to get murdered. This is a terrible place to be. So I was looking around, and I found that there are a lot of little desolate islands out there. And I think that there's probably a good chance that if we got enough people to move to these islands, that in a small country or not very powerful country, then they'd eventually just accept it and say, okay, well, that's their own country. And I think that that's the best thing that we can do. I don't know, maybe we can find something in the Bahamas. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, subscribe to my channel and join the Discord. I'll have a link in the description. And on there, we can discuss like where we can go. Another idea that I've heard is to just go out into the ocean. Just get a bunch of like floating buildings, like boats, and hook them together and just float through the ocean since it's international waters. Another idea I heard is to just create a new landmass, like find a seamount and then just pour sand on top of it. Anyway, tell me what you guys think on the comments, and especially in the Discord server. And please subscribe and hit the like button. If you want to help me create this republic, please join.